Well, most of you already know who I am, if you're subscribed to my channel at least. So something really interesting is going on because of the coronavirus, which I'm sure all of you have heard about at this point. It's a global pandemic that is forcing a lot of businesses to close down, a lot of restrictions to be placed on people, and a lot of universities to switch to online classes, which my university is currently doing, William Penn. So for our digital communication classes, we're switching to something a lot more interesting, in my opinion, and we're doing sort of these vlogs, these sort of video projects to be an outlet where we can share our opinions, our thoughts on the situation, everything going on. I've chosen to do mine a little more lax, a little more, sort of relaxed, except for this first one, of course. But I'm just going to be vlogging my experience, shooting what I can here and there, and maybe checking in on you like this. But I decided to wait until the end of the week before I recorded this, just because I really wanted to experience what was going on. I wanted to really see it before I could comment on it. So I'm back home in Utah, Payson, Utah, so central Utah, for those of you not that familiar with Utah. And I was here for spring break. My plan was to be here for a week. Then I would return to Iowa, to Oskaloosa, Iowa, to William Penn University. And at the end of my spring break, I actually waited a day because of everything that was going on. My spring break was very normal.
If I hit the top post, I get to kiss both of you. Yep. 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 Aww.
Wait, I'm going to try something.
Barack.
No, wait.
Titties.
Donald Trump.
He's out of here. He's like, open the door.
Towards the end of it, we started to see some of the effects. I actually went to Fort Collins, Colorado.
Everybody keeps asking why I'm in Colorado.
To a concert, and we kind of started to see some of the quarantine social distancing stuff take place. For the most part, it was pretty normal. Went to the concert. It was the last concert that band played before being quarantined. And you're waiting patiently. Then we came home, and it was like all of a sudden everything had changed. The United States was now taking this seriously, and a lot of restrictions and a lot of recommendations were put into place. My friend who goes to the University of Utah, his classes were moved online. I didn't think mine would be because the university, William Penn University, had told us that they weren't. And then came Monday, and they were like, wait, we're going to tell you what's going to happen. And then they did. And sure enough, like my family predicted, they moved classes online. My family didn't even want me to go back, regardless of whether or not they moved classes online. So they did, and for the next 4 weeks, I am not stuck here because I love Utah, but I am prolonging my visit, if you will. I'm actually not even in a room that belongs to me. This is my little sister's room because there's no room for me back home since I don't really live here anymore. And I've just been staying in my little sister's room, so that's fun. But yeah, as far as my experience, it kind of sucks that I'm stuck here for 4 weeks during this. Any other time, I would have loved it because I love coming back home. It's where all my friends are. It's where my family is. And during spring break, I tried to live the most of it, and I tried to visit as many friends as I could, hang out. But then now this is happening. We're supposed to be practicing social distancing, and it kind of makes it harder to. It sucks to be stuck in a place where I know so many people and not be able to visit with them. Today, my brother and I drove to one of the bigger cities up north, and I think that's what my series is mostly going to focus on. And I'm going to try to go to places that were normally full of people to show how maybe emptier they are. But I've been to stores, I've seen the shelves unstocked. I don't think the panic needs to be there for that. I've seen the freeways in the busier cities. I've seen the streets in the busier cities not as full, which is nice because that means not as much traffic. But as far as what I've noticed and how it's impacted me, it makes it harder to hang out with people because people are scared of it, and for good reason. We should be practicing social distancing, but it sucks because I'm very much a social butterfly, and and being shut. And even though if I was back in Iowa during this quarantine, it would have been whatever. Most of my days were spent going to class, going to work, staying in. That was it. I don't really get out much there. But here, every time I'm here, I'm constantly somewhere. So to be stuck here now without the option to go somewhere, yeah, that is pretty hard.
Right? Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
My thoughts on the situation right now are that we need to keep our heads on. We need to stay calm. We need to listen to the professionals. We need to listen to officials. Maybe not so much the administration, the current presidential administration, because they hardly know what they're doing anyway. But I think we should definitely be listening to the healthcare officials, and we should be thankful for those who are still out there. I guess I could do an update on me. Both of my jobs that I worked at back in Iowa, I've been temporarily laid off, which is awesome. Which means I don't have money now, and which means that I now put more stress on my family, aside from this whole situation. They now also have to provide for another person here. Another gas tank has to be filled. I only have about 10 changes of clothes. I have some old clothes here, but it doesn't really fit. So we have to figure that out. They have to now worry about feeding another mouth at home. And so that sucks because I've just received the last of my paychecks, and that's not going to last me through this. I've tried to apply to just DoorDash, Postmates, that sort of, delivery service, just because I think, in this situation, it seems like where there would be good money. But overall, right now, currently, where I'm at, it's just kind of a weird flex, I've been hanging out with friends. I've been doing stuff, to keep my head on.
Fuck, it made me jiggle.
Sure, we're still practicing all the guidelines.
What? I have the coronavirus. I'm sorry I can't. I have the coronavirus. I'm sorry I can't.
I'm optimistic for what can happen during the quarantine. This well, at least for our school, this 4-week period. I think people are going to be forced to interact with their families, spend time with them, get to know them, because a lot of people just kind of forget that we even have families. We move away, we go and do our own thing, and for the most part, that's what I've enjoyed about being at home, is that I've spent time with my siblings, who I barely see anyway.
It's a video, Nick. It's a video.
Do you have a picture yet?
And I've loved it. We've had family game nights, which we haven't had in years. We've had family movie nights, and I think it's really showing you to appreciate the people that are constantly going to be there for you, which is your family and your close friends.
You want to see a funny picture?
Yeah.
What I'm seeing a lot of people who are just going crazy. They're not understanding the situation. They're spreading false misinformation, and they're just not thinking straight. We are being told to practice social distancing, to self-quarantine. In my neighborhood, maybe it's because Utahns don't understand the full effect of it yet, but I see people out all the time. Kids, right now I'm looking at kids playing outside in my neighborhood. Parents are just out there talking to their neighbors. And it's, again, we need that because we as humans, we need social interaction, but I think we should relax. We should just chill. Not being able to hang out with people, even though it sucks, won't be the end of the world. We want to save people. We want to get out of this epidemic, and it's what we need to do. I don't know. I'm going to continue to live my life as much as I can while staying safe.
Abby, look at me. I want to see that pretty face.
And over the next couple weeks, I'll be showing you what it's like during this epidemic, this pandemic. And I don't know, just stay healthy, stay safe. Check up on your friends. Tell your loved ones that you love them. What's today?
Happy birthday, my birthday.
Happy birthday, your birthday.
It's your birthday.
What do you got there, huh?
A cake.
Watch a movie. Movies help you escape to a whole different world, man. Before this whole pandemic thing, when I was growing up, I didn't go out much, and movies were my life. So read a book, watch a TV show, watch a movie, write, draw, be creative, just stay safe. And I'll be checking up on you soon. And, well, I guess I'll be letting you check up on me soon. And we'll see how this goes. This one was a bit wonky, a bit all over the place, but I think from this point forward, We're going to try to figure something out that'll make it interesting. And yeah, coronavirus is scary. Sure, it can be scary. But it's not the end of the world. There are much worse things. Let's just try to stay safe, practice hygiene and practice social distancing. Don't go out to crowds larger than 10, 15 people. If you absolutely are gonna hang out with people, make sure it's people that are healthy or are willing to be exposed, because any of you could have it. And if you're gonna hang out, keep it small, 5 people, less even. Go to open spaces where there's open air. Don't be in closed spaces, but keep your heads on, people. That's all. Keep your heads on. Keep calm. Laugh hard. Be kind, and just stay safe. Anyway, I'll see you soon.